We are getting ready for the Westminster Farmers Market. I'll do a video on the frost damage, or freeze really damage. It wasn't very frosty. It was much more of a deep freeze last night. In other videos, we've been dealing with some of that today. But we have our first ever farmers market that we're attending tomorrow, and we're really excited about that. And so we've got a 10 by 10 booth, and so I'm trying different layouts. As you can see, we're going to bring a lot of seedlings here. Might do some more as well, just to have, but I've got some beets, marigolds, alyssum, zinnias, all different colors, different mix packs as well of zinnias, some stock. I think I'm gonna up pot some of these: celery, shishitos, guajillos, poblanos, picnic peppers, bell peppers, some tomatoes, tomatillos, some kale and lettuce and basil are the starts that we're gonna bring. I think we might add a few more though. Then we've got some of the dried wreaths I made last year, and the cutting boards that my dad makes using mostly our lumber. Good morning. It's Friday. We've got our first farmers market coming up, and you'll see some damage from the frost on the potatoes back there, but we are mostly planning to sell cut flowers this year, but we will always have extra veggies and different things going on. So we have the option to sell some veggies at the farmers market. Unfortunately, we are not allowed to sell our cut flowers at the market. We can do pre-orders, we can do CSA orders for pickup, but we can't sell. There's two other flower farmers already there, or cut flower people, our vendors already at this market. It's a small market. Total approved vendors are 20 for the season. I think there's 10 or 12 weekly for the 26 weeks, and then we're a per diem, so we pay as we go. So with that, we are focusing on a lot of plants this year, our cutting boards, maple syrup, and some of the dried flower crafts, and then some veggies. So what I did is I planned to do some radishes for a little pop of color. So I've got my tote here I'm going to harvest into. But this whole bed, it's an 8-in-1 Birdie's bed, is going to be sweet potatoes in another couple weeks. And so radishes being a short days to maturity crop, I decided to grow those in here so that it wasn't wasted space, and it gave us some nice color at our booth. So there's a couple different colors in here, mostly red. There's some darker red, there's some white in here, but they're looking real healthy. So I am going to harvest quite a bit of this bed today, and anything that doesn't sell at the market will actually go to the food bank. So no food will get wasted, and then I'll be able to top dress this bed and get the granular fertilizer in here, mix it in and everything, get it ready so that in a few weeks this will be really good for sweet potatoes. There might be a few really small ones over here on the edge that I might let stay, but for the most part I want a large amount of this harvested today. I also have the radishes in the hoop house. So locally it looks like a bunch of 10 is usually around $4. And so we were toying with having some like loose ones in case people don't want a full bunch, because radishes aren't a lot of people's favorite. So I'll see how much I harvest out of here, and then we'll make that determination. So you'll notice I am wearing gloves today and long sleeves. It's 46 or so this morning, I think, so far. It will warm up to low mid 60s today. I think it'll be a great farmers market day. These radish leaves do bug my wrists on the underneath. So this is, you can see all the different colors here. There's a few more, but this is like a $4 bunch. So just to give you an idea of what that looks like. And gonna do some of the smaller ones will be not as spicy, but I also have a recipe on our blog if you want to go to our website, flickerhillhomestead.com, on roasting the radishes for chopping on the salads. So I am going to have that recipe out with our radishes today at the market. All right, so I am just over halfway done picking. I have quite a bit. I think they look pretty good. I do tend to pick them on the smaller side because they're not as sharp, but there are some big ones in here. These are the bread totes we use often. So some of them got pulled up as I went. So I'm just kind of making a pile of some of the smaller ones. I'll put those in compost. And I still have to pick over here in this corner. Yeah, they look pretty good. You know, if I leave these other ones for another maybe 3-4 days, they'll pop up real quick now. So should be good. And hopefully we actually sell some of these, right? So I'm gonna continue washing them, but I always like watching veggies get washed off. It's pretty satisfying. These are looking great. So I still need to bunch them. We'll actually let them dry a little bit before we put them in the cooler. Okay, we're packed up, ready to go. I'm really glad we're only about 3 miles from the place because we're not very good at packing this stuff yet. Got tables, chairs, and I know we're not supposed to sit down, but sometimes my hip gets really tired, so it's good for backup. Radishes, some plants in there, and then my car is completely loaded as well. I've got a little bit more to add in here. And even the front seat has stuff. So we're about to head out, and hopefully I don't forget too much, but thankfully we are really close and it's not the end of the world. So wish us luck. We'll let you know how it goes. So we're at the market. We've been set up for about 40 minutes or so, 30 minutes. So we got a lot left market to do, and I'll keep checking in. So it's about just before 5. The radishes, the recipe's been a big hit, so that's been fun to have. And some people are gonna come up to the property to pick up some other plants. It sounds like Sunday, because we're having a yard sale of the house. So talking to them, they wanted a couple specialty things. So it's going pretty good for my first market, not too bad. We got to fix the sign. We definitely need the tent, so we'll get that on order, and then the sign will go up onto the tent, which will look a lot nicer. But it's a nice full market. Lots of kids playing, which has been fun. So we're packing up now, which I'm pretty happy with. First time coming, and we had the big hard frost this week, so the plants definitely didn't sell as much as they typically would, I think, if we didn't have that cold weather. Everyone asked if I would be here next week, and of course we can't due to travel plans. So we will have to hope that maybe the week after, if we were able to make it, they'll come back. We sold probably about half the radishes that we brought, maybe a little under that, and people really liked the recipe, so that was a big hit, which I'm excited about. So we're gonna finish packing up here and get everything unloaded back at the house.